So this is the Raymarine E125 multifunction display. Nice thing today is that you can do a single display that does multiple functions, does pretty well everything you needed to do on the boat. You can still have a couple of displays, but each one can actually do everything that's installed in the system. The E125 is a touch screen. It also has buttons, because touchscreen is not always the best way to operate the unit. Let me show you how simple it is to look at the chart. All we need to do is hit the chart icon, and our charting display comes up. We have the ability to zoom in and zoom out to get more or less detail with the touchscreen.
That's awesome.
We can also use buttons to accomplish the same feat.
As you can see by the map, we're in Midland Bay at Bayport Yachting Center today.
And you see the accuracy of the GPS actually has the boat sitting in the correct slip. And it's easy to have a look at the chart, have a look at different areas with the touch screen, just being able to move the chart with your finger.
Yeah.
And we've always got the find ship button here, which will always bring the boat back to the center of the screen and put the cursor over top of the boat.
So if you're sitting on your slip and you want to look, you're going up to Freddie Channel, up to Go Home Bay, you can scroll across, plan your route,
exactly,
and then push the ship button,
and it always brings you right back
to the slip.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yep. And all we do is go back to the home screen. It operates a lot like a current tablet does, where everything goes back to the home screen. You touch the icons of the items that you want to look at. If we want to look at the radar, it only requires us to touch the radar. I will activate the radar.
Very simple, just like an iPad.
Yep, absolutely. So there's our radar image in the marina here. Not a great image, a lot of noise, a lot of buildings and so forth, but that is the radar. We can also take that radar image and overlay it over top of the chart as well. It makes reading a radar a lot easier when that image is overlaid over top of the chart. I'm not going to be able to show that today in the marina, but it is really a nice feature. We can also create multiple pages. We don't have to look at one type of device at a time. We could look at, for example, there is a chart radar screen. So what we have is a split screen with the chart on one side and the radar on the other. We can actually have multiple. We can have 4 boxes on the screen, and whatever 4 items we want to see at one time can be on the screen at the same time.
That's great.
And they're totally customizable. So if you like to see the chart at the bottom, left-hand bottom side of the screen, and the chart in the upper right, you can create that page. So it's totally customizable for the user.
They're loaded onto the screen.
That's
now?
the nice thing. It's actually in a PDF format, loaded right into the display.
Oh, awesome.
And because it's a PDF, it's actually searchable. So, if you're running along and you don't remember how to make a waypoint, you can actually go into the user manual, search waypoint, it'll come right up, tell you how to do it, and you can do that right away.
So if you can use a computer, you can use one of these.
Oh, easily, yeah, absolutely. And also, there is a document viewer built into here. So if you were to put documents, other manuals on the boat, any other
Engine
PDF
manuals,
document, engine manuals, you could actually put those onto a micro SD card, put them in one of the micro SD slots, and read those on these displays.
Wow. Like, what other things can you do with this? Can you...
You can bring in analog video, so cameras, things like engine room cameras and backup cameras. On a lot of big boats like this,
there's a backup camera on this.
Well,
right?
on a lot of big boats like this, it's very difficult to see the transom from the helm today.
Yeah.
So it's really nice being able to have that image of the transom right on this display as you're backing the boat in. We can also do a reverse image. So what appears on the starboard side of the transom will appear on the right side of the display, because of course you're looking in the opposite direction. Yeah, so that's very nice.
So it comes up right on the screen.
Exactly. Yeah, and engine room camera is very nice. You're up here, you hear a funny noise, something doesn't seem right, a couple of button presses and you can have a look at the engine room.
See if you blew a hose or...
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And you have full control over the stereo here. You can actually see what songs are playing. You can control the volume. You can control the songs from your song list. Wow. Yeah, so you have pretty well full functionality with the Fusion stereo. We've also got engine capabilities here as well, engine monitoring capabilities. In the data screen, if you have a new enough boat that has fully electronic engines that output certain data, we can actually view that data on the screen. So, occasionally, like on this boat, for example, it has a fairly small mercury display for the engine data. We can actually take that data and put it into a much
bigger display,
larger display, different types of dials. So as long as you have a new engine that outputs the NMEA 2000 format, then we can display that on the display.
Great option to have 2 units on board. Then you could put the engine display up, and then you can run your map system on the
definitely.
GPS system on the other
side.
side.
A lot of people like to run with one full screen with the chart, the other full screen with the radar.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah, that's a great option though, right? For somebody that's maybe has limited space on a dash. This is a big boat, but somebody in a small 18-foot Robalo, he could, rather than have gauges, he could have all his engine data come right up on the screen.
Exactly.
Right? And then you're saying you could split screen that,
you can also totally customize those displays as well. So for single engine application, it could be a single engine display.
Yeah.
You can have multiple engines. You can look at generators, all kinds of different devices that output that data.
Awesome. Awesome. Can you hook these up to your iPad or your smartphone or a tablet?
Right. All of the new displays have Wi-Fi built in, and that Wi-Fi has nothing to do with the internet. What that Wi-Fi allows you to do is connect to tablets, iPads, iPhones, Android devices, and basically with those devices you can view and or control the screen itself. So everything you can do from these displays you can do from your tablet. Great for a second station application. It's really nice when you go down below, you can actually still be looking at your radar, for example, have a look at your chart. There's a lot of great applications.
So if somebody else was up here driving the boat and you went down below to do something, at least you could still, hey, you're on the wrong side of the buoy, or
exactly, because they can be watching the chart moving live on the screen.
That's a great option.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I appreciate you making the time for us today, and
not at all. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and I'm sure there'll be some new and innovative things next year, and we'll probably talk to you again.
All right, sounds good, Brian.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.